Hi, this is David with HiFi Buys. I am the vinyl guy at the store, and I'm sitting next to a beautiful system comprised of audio research components, Vandersteen speakers, but what we're going to talk about today is Clearaudio's turntables, the ones we have in the store anyway. They have quite a lineup. We're very impressed with it. They're a German manufacturer, like one of our other turntable brands we carry called Brinkmann. We like the precision of German manufacturers. They tend to take tolerances and measurements on specifications very seriously. And so all of their fit, all of their measurements, all of their bearings are extremely precision. More so than what we've come across in other turntable manufacturers. It's one of the reasons we like them so much. This is the Clearaudio Ovation turntable. It's kind of in the middle of their line, although at the price point you may think, wow, that's kind of high. It's $12,500 the way we've got it configured here, but if you were to buy it separately, it'd be about, I think it's about $13,000 and something. So they give you a break on putting the parts together. It's another thing we like about Clearaudio is they have a combination of tone arms and turntables that you can mix and match to get to the performance you want at different price points. So this has one of their better tone arms on it, one of their better pivoting tone arms. This is the universal 9-inch, and it is next to the top of their line in pivoting arms. They have a universal 10-inch, it's just a little bit more money because it's just 3 inches longer. And this is on a Clearaudio Ovation that has an uplifted black lacquer finish on its Baltic birch sandwich plinth. It has a polyoxymethylene platter, and we like those a lot. They're machined very precisely. They're actually very hard to machine. It's almost like machining aluminum, and yet you don't have a surface that leaves fingerprints. That's one thing I like about it. I'm sort of a perfectionist. I don't like a shiny platter that has a lot of fingerprints on it. But what these guys do is bolt this together from the bottom in 9 different positions. So it is a very well put together, very dense package that has very little vibration in it. What makes this special over the next turntable we're going to talk about, which is the Performance DC, is that underneath the subplatter of this platter, there is an optical sensor that reads a ring on the bottom of the subplatter and constantly controls the speed to the proper pitch of either 33 1/3 or 45 RPM. It's a pretty cool mechanism that not a lot of manufacturers have, and it's taken them a lot of research to get it right. We set these things up for people, so you don't have to worry about what you might think is the complexity of it. It'll be set up, ready to go, and no changes will have to be made. It holds its settings extremely well. All right, so now we're going to talk about the Clearaudio Performance DC. This is a table that is one of my favorites. I like the price point. It's a real high-end table that's really not at a super high-end price. Has a lot of similar characteristics to the Ovation, but it's been downsized to get it to a price where more people can afford it, so there's not all the nice features that you have in the Ovation. It's got the same sandwich construction of a very solid top and bottom metal plate with a wood plinth. It's not this different layers of Baltic birch, it's just a massive wood plinth that is wrapped in this case in silver that matches the top and bottom plate. It can come in different colors, and that's the other thing I like about the Performance DC and also the Ovation. They both come in black as well as silver, so you get 4 different looks you can put together with this turntable. It has a ceramic magnetic bearing. It's their first table that has that in their lineup. So the concept we'll talk about next does not have it, but the Performance, the Ovation, and all the tables above that have their patented ceramic magnetic bearing. It's a really phenomenal way to rotate a platter, in that the platter does not sit on top of a bearing where there's friction at the point where they connect to each other. It actually floats above that bearing on a magnetic field. The bearing being made out of a very hardened, high-polished ceramic material is superior to metal bearings, such as you find in many other turntables. All their tables are belt-driven. But this one is the first one you get the ceramic magnetic bearing in, and to me this is a very, very incredible patent that they have on that device. In the case of this Performance DC, we have chosen their Satisfy Carbon tone arm. Top performing tone arm. It's one of my favorite tone arms at this price point, even if you were to put it on somebody else's turntable. I think it's fantastic. It has tungsten bearings that fit into sapphire cones, just like a Swiss watch is made. It's done to that level of precision. You can get it with a different tone arm. They have 2 other tone arms you could put on this table. But this is a great combination. It sells for $4,800 without a cartridge, and we love this table. This is the Clearaudio Concept. It's what I say is the best entry-level table you can get if you can afford an entry-level price of about $2,000. It is a little brother to the Performance DC that we just discussed. It has a similar tone arm on it. It's the Satisfy tone arm, but it's not made of carbon fiber. This one's just a metal tube, so it's what they call the Satisfy Black. It's a good combination for this table, and it makes it price out at $2,000 without a cartridge. If you upgrade it to the Satisfy Carbon that we described on the Performance DC, then it becomes $2,300 without the cartridge. It has a polyoxymethylene platter, which the other 2 tables we discussed have. It's just not quite as thick, but it has an extremely well-made precision bearing and an extremely quiet motor. For this price point, it's the best I've seen. They are a beautiful table. They are simple to operate. They keep their settings once we set them up for you. You don't ever have to fuss with them. And they are beautifully made and beautifully executed in terms of their precision engineering and their precision manufacturing processes.